Hello Taurus, how are you? I hope this finds you well. So we are going to be doing your no contact love reading and everything that you need to know, whether it's about this reading or scheduling your personal readings, Patreon, or the tarot course. All of that is in the description box below for you. All right, Taurus, we're going to start off with how you are currently being viewed by this person. We have the Six of Swords. Some of you could live at a distance from this person. For others of you, though, I do feel like this person is viewing you as trying to regain your mental peace is how it's coming through. You know, the swords do kind of represent more of the mental energies, and you know, the Six of Swords is like trying to move out of something chaotic and into a smoother, easier time. And it does kind of feel like that this person could be viewing you as, you know, trying to move on, trying to let go, trying to detach, just trying to, you know, protect your peace here, protect your heart. I see the Hermit energy, so some of you could have pulled your energy back from someone. Even if they walked away from you, it's like you're not chasing after. It's like this person is viewing you as, you know, kind of being very withdrawn. And like I said, trying to protect your peace here. What is the challenge for this person when it comes to Taurus? We have the Eight of Pentacles. I'm getting a couple different messages with this. For some of you, you could work with this person and you know, with that could just be making the situation, you know, a little bit more difficult, because I feel like it's like still, you know, kind of keeping you guys energetically close or keeping you guys physically close. For some of you, it could be something like that. But for most of you, I more feel this as, I do feel like it really bothers somebody that you are not just so focused on them. And for some of you too, there could be somebody here that you did a lot for, right? That you put in a lot of work, a lot of effort for. Maybe you like did a lot of chores for them, or helped them financially, or just like ran a lot of errands. Or there was just a lot that you did for them, right? And I kind of feel like that is something that this person is struggling with as well. The fact that like now that's not happening. Okay, something. So their feelings for you. We have the Judgment card. So the Judgment card can definitely talk about, I'm getting a few different things here. The Judgment card definitely can talk about as like feeling like some kind of like moment of clarity or like wake up call moment here. The Judgment card can talk about feeling like an inner pull or call to say something or to take some kind of action or make some kind of decision here. So there's something here that this person is feeling pulled to do or say. The Judgment card sometimes can talk about like reconnecting here. So somebody could be having some realizations that, you know what, no, maybe you're not as focused on them as you once were. And, you know, maybe you are detaching. Maybe you are trying to move on for your mental health. And I feel like they could be realizing that, you know, something is different than what it was in the past. You're handling things, or you're showing up differently, you're affected differently. So tell me about this Six of Swords energy. I see the Chariot. Yeah, you know, the Chariot can be a card of willpower and determination and forward movement, especially after a period of time, of something being, difficult or stuck. You could have been stuck in a situation where maybe you were dealing with this person or situation or cycle for quite some time, or stuck in the same energy. And especially in this deck, I really like this depiction of the Chariot. There's all these waves, and the waves do represent our emotions, right? And he's kind of like trying to fight against it, is what it feels like, trying to fight against these emotions. So you could still feel, you could still have a lot of emotions for this person. And then maybe in the past, it has been very difficult for you to actually detach or move on from a situation, because of the way that you felt for this person. But I do feel like now there's this determination showing up here, where you're actually able to something's changed. You're actually able to make some progress, or to start to move forward. And I feel like that's the other thing is with it coming out under the Six of Swords, I do think that you guys are making progress in detaching or moving forward. Tell me about this Eight of Pentacles energy. Okay, we have the Seven of Wands. So we have two sevens right next to each other. And the sevens can be very internal energy. So this could really indicate that maybe there is a lot that you and this person are both thinking and feeling, but that's not being outwardly expressed. So they could be thinking and feeling a lot, which we kind of already saw with that Judgment card energy. They're feeling like this inner call or pull to do something here. They're having some kind of realizations. So they're definitely, could say that they are thinking and feeling a lot that they're not expressing outwardly yet. But I also feel like you are too here, Taurus, where I feel like there's a lot that you're still, really thinking and feeling about when it comes to this connection. But I also feel like there's like this quiet realizations and quiet determinations to kind of move forward here. And the Chariot is a card of willpower and determination, and the Seven of Wands can be a card of blocking. So maybe some of you guys could have physically blocked this person. Maybe you blocked them on social media. Maybe you blocked their phone number. For others of you, it's just having a strong sense of conviction of, no, I am going to move forward this time. No, I am not going to accept this kind of treatment or behavior or whatever it is here. So very, very, I definitely feel you putting your guard up, some kind of blockage, whether it's a physical block or just energetically, you're just more of a metaphorical. Some of you, it's just a very strong willpower and determination that you are going to, get through this time. You are going to move forward. But the sevens can also kind of speak about a spiritual test here. So for some of you, especially with this Judgment card energy, you could end up, we'll have to see what comes up with their next actions. But I do kind of feel like somebody could be feeling a pull to say something or take some kind of action towards you here. And Taurus, you may be having to really exercise your conviction here with this Seven of Wands energy, because that sometimes it can be a spiritual test, is what it's coming through. So you may be getting, with all these sevens, you may be getting somebody trying to come back towards you, and it could be some kind of a test here. I don't really I really hate that word even, a test, a spiritual test. I don't really like that. I don't like to think that the universe is testing us. I feel like even that word has kind of it brings up some negative emotions, right? Some negative connotation to it. I kind of think I prefer to look at it like the universe is giving us an opportunity to show what we say that we know, to show what we say that we've learned from this experience. I think that feels a little bit better, but maybe that's just me. Tell me about this Judgment. We have the Ten of Swords. So somebody through this ending here, I do feel like somebody is having some kind of realizations come up. I do feel like there's been a lot of betrayal in this, in one sense or another, as well. And that could be why you are having such a strong sense of conviction, no longer wanting to allow something to drag out. Because I do feel like it has drug out for a lot of you, and this could feel like it's as difficult as it is that it's been a long time coming. What is this person's next actions? What are this person's next actions towards Taurus? We have the Ten of Wands. So I definitely do feel, especially for those of you with that Eight of Pentacles too, where I feel like you did a lot for this person, you helped this person, you showed up for them, even if it is just as a support emotionally, mentally. And now, you know, the Ten of Wands is like feeling like you have a lot on your plate or a lot of work or a lot of burdens, and you're feeling like you're having to do that on your own here. So I definitely feel like this part too is really showing this person, making clear and kind of emphasizing how much value you really did add to their life, right? Because now they're having to kind of deal with this on their own here. But I would be cautious because, you know, we don't want that to be part of the reason why somebody's coming back in, just because you make things easier on them. And we have the Hermit here. So for some of you, this person may, you know, it's not easy for them to stay on their own or to do this on their own, because we still have that Hermit energy too. You know, this person could be feeling very isolated, very lonely. They feel like they have a lot going on, a lot that they're dealing with, and now they're feeling they're having to really deal with that, you know, by themselves here. For some of you, there could have been other options involved in this, or this person, because I see the Five of Wands, which can be a card of competition at the bottom of the deck, the High Priestess, secrets, things that are hidden here. I see the Seven of Cups too. So I definitely feel like this person, and it could feel like mental or emotional games for some of you as well. But I think that you see all of this here. So I do feel like somebody's, you know, having to learn some lessons the hard way, Taurus, and I would be cautious, you know, about them, you know, moving back towards you from that space here. But it looks like you are, you know, starting to make progress. You are starting to move on. You are having a strong sense of conviction, and I'm very proud of you for knowing what's best for you. Because sometimes what we want and what's best for us are not the same thing. But in this case, I feel like you are, you know, you're moving forward based on what you feel like is best for you. But that's what I have for you. The signs I'm seeing for you, I see Scorpio, Aquarius, Virgo, Aries, Sagittarius, Cancer, Leo, Gemini. Those are the signs I'm seeing, but it could be any. It is a general reading. So even if I did not mention a specific sign, the reading can still resonate for you. I just heard Pisces as well. But that's what I have for you, and I do hope that it helps. And if you want personal prayers for any reason, you can just put the little prayer emoji in the comments down below, and I will go through and pray for you. But if this is where we part, thank you so much for being here with me, and I will see you next time.